Hi, everybody. We're back to offer recommendations for books, movies, music, and more that you can check out with your Carmel Clay Public Library card. I'm Catherine, and I'm joined today by Julie and Susan. Julie, tell us about what you've been reading.
Well, my pick this month is Hello, Molly by Molly Shannon. Shannon is best known for her time jumping, falling, and kicking as Mary Catherine Gallagher and Sally O'Malley on Saturday Night Live, but she's a vivid storyteller as well. When Shannon was 4, her mother, younger sister, and cousin were killed in a car accident in which her father was driving. And her father, older sister, and Molly all survived. And the memoir takes us through that confusing loss and her unconventional childhood. There's also stories of how she honed her sketch comedy skills and developed her famous characters from the time she was in college through her career at SNL. Shannon is daring and persevering, and she's refreshingly grateful despite having to work so hard for her success. And she comes across as the friend who always gets you into a little bit of trouble, but the adventure and the great story that come out of it are worth it. After reading this book, I wanted to go have dinner or go out for drinks with Molly Shannon. I found her to be funny and endearing. Fans of Saturday Night Live and celebrity memoirs will enjoy this book. It's available through the library in print, ebook, and downloadable audiobook. I read the print version, which includes photos, but I also listened to part of the audiobook, and you can't go wrong with Shannon's engaging narration either. Again, my pick is Hello, Molly by Molly Shannon. And I want to hear what Susan has read lately.
Well, shocking to nobody, I have read a mystery. So I'm really excited to tell you guys all about this new release from Peter Swanson. It's called 9 Lives. So Peter Swanson has obviously great respect for those who came before him. And so he's a huge fan of the mystery classics, as I would call them. And he always finds ways to weave those into his books. And this book is no exception. And this is not going to shock Catherine or Julie. He has given a nod to Agatha Christie, my fave. And this book really reflects the book And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, one of her most famous ones. So in this book, 9 people receive an envelope with a list of 9 names on them. And one of the names is theirs. There doesn't appear to be any correlation between the individuals. And they all react in a kind of dismissive, like, okay, that's super weird way. But then they have no reason to be concerned. So most of them ignore it. But one of the recipients is an FBI agent. Her name's Jessica Winslow. And she's pretty curious about this and tends to be a little bit more suspicious. So she investigates a little bit further and the FBI gets involved. She also thinks that one of the names sounds somewhat familiar. It may be one of her dad's old friends. Things begin to escalate when one by one, each of the people on the list are killed. Police protection is only a sense of security, not actual security. The reader is slowly brought into the picture and you finally realize that the connection between the individuals is really very interesting. The murder trips up a little bit, as far as I'm concerned, by changing the method of delivering the list to one of the victims, the first one. And what you do realize, that's the anomaly and that's the answer to the mystery. The book is really more about what ties the people together and less about what the people are doing themselves and what they have to do with it. This book kept me hooked as it moved from victim to victim. It's really fast-paced, and I think you'll enjoy it. 9 Lives is available in the library in ebook, downloadable audiobook, and in print. What about you, Catherine?
Well, I know Susan and Julie know that I am not a romance reader. I have to force myself to read romance novels, but I just finished The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn. So why on earth would I read a 20-plus-year-old romance novel? Because it is the source material for Bridgerton on Netflix season 2, which the entire world is obsessed with right now. So The Viscount Who Loved Me features the notorious rake Anthony Bridgerton, and Anthony Bridgerton has announced that he has chosen a prospective bride, but he faces some unexpected opposition when his intended's very meddlesome sister Kate decides to protect her innocent sister from this very wicked aristocrat. If you're a fan of historical or Regency romances or just book adaptations coming to the screen, this very large cast of complex and surprisingly really funny characters is really sure to keep you entertained. So The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn is available in print, digital audiobook and ebook formats, along with the other titles in this series. If you want to peek ahead into the Bridgerton world of what may be coming in the future on the show, you can see all of these and more by visiting us on the web at carmelclaylibrary.org. We'll see you next month.